so all over the place because of the wheel geometry and alignment and tracking. So it's pretty terrifying, especially when I haven't got seatbelts. So anyway, I'm on my milk run. I've not made a video for for a couple of weeks. So, but I have been out in the car yesterday, and it was quite a nice drive, but it was really low light, so I couldn't make a video. And as much as I try to make more videos, work gets in the way of it, life gets in the way of it. It's work mostly, because before I used to think, well, if I can get an hour in between meetings, then I can just pop out, do the milk run, grab some milk, make a video, and job's good. And then hit upload with minimal editing, and it's done. But I've started to think about, what kind of videos do I want to do, because I don't always have content that's Porsche specific, but most of the time I'm quite happy to just have a rant about life in general. And at the moment, life in general is getting in the way of me doing a video about having a rant about life in general. I mean, that's just bonkers. So, I've been having all sorts of thoughts about, should I set myself up on Patreon so I can get some new kit? But then if someone's paying to be a Patreon member for me, then it's my duty to then provide regular quality, as much as I can provide quality content. Because what that'll mean is I can then go out and buy new kits, I can have additional cameras for the outside, I can take more time and do more videos about what the car looks like, the interior, what kind of stuff I'll be buying, because I've bought a few things. You've probably seen some stuff where I'm looking at roundels. And by the way, I can't decide on those roundels because they're 45 centimeters diameter and the door is 57. And most of the ones that I've seen images on Google and things like that, those roundels are kind of that size. But I've seen a couple, and Nick on the Classic Series, he sent me a couple. They're much bigger. So I would like it to be as big as possible, perhaps go across multiple panels. So I need to have a real think about that. But anyway, the videos, so if I made those, then I'll be making a big commitment. And also I've been having thoughts about the kind of thing, when you're doing stuff for work or whatever it might be, and you want some kind of fulfillment in life, right? And so should I quit my job? But at the same time, we're thinking of doing all sorts of other things in life that I need that regular income for. So pay the bills, for example. So I'm kind of stuck in this little limbo. You're too busy running as fast as you can that you can't stop for a second, step off and go, what should I do next? What will I find fulfilling? Where will I find a balance between work, home life, mental health, all of those things? Because at the moment, when I'm spending time with my children, I'm thinking about work. When I'm trying to sleep, I'm thinking about work. When I'm doing this, I'm probably thinking a little bit about work. And oh my God, that seat. And then you think, well, what's the point? Surely. And at the same time, life's too short. And everyone who says, life's too boring. Life's too boring? Life's too short to be driving boring cars. Well, life's too short to be doing a whole load of boring crap. So I'm having that kind of dilemma. So when I think about it, and by the way, the car is driving much smoother. Touch wood. Third, fourth. By the way, I've got this additional camera. I don't know if it's recording, but I thought we'd get some rev counter shots just to see what's happening when I do put my foot down. And I need to fit the seatbelts because there's no B-pillar anchor point. There's the pillar anchor point that I've had welded in further back. That was just replacements for the old one. So I need to do that. I need to buy some new carpets. I've not done any of that. I've not done the really basic thing that I really, really need to do, which is do the timing, because it's idling at 2,000 revs according to the rev counter. And I can hear it's high. So I need to sort that out. I'm getting better at looking in the rearview mirror as well, because a couple of times the deck lids come up and I've not noticed. And people must think, oh, he's airing the engine while he's driving, which I probably am, so who knows. But anyway, so those are the things I'm thinking about. I thought about, should I do some kind of lifestyle vlog? Because the weather's better, the sun comes up earlier, should I just get up every morning and get dressed and just walk out and record something? But who's going to listen to that? So I need to collaborate more. So a couple of people have reached out, because there's some things, you know, you just think, I could do that, but does it mean anything? Is anybody going to look at it and go, what's this guy doing on there? So yeah, I have all those kind of thoughts, but I would like to collaborate more. Hopefully I'm doing something with Michael and Steve with Porsche Cool, so that'd be nice. But at the same time, I'm thinking, do you know what, at the moment this feels kind of nice. It's quite smoothed out loads, but I do need to do the timing. And the problem with that is when my children are in the house, and because I've told you before my garage is integral, it just stinks the house out. And so when they're in the house and I can't really run the car because I have to run it outside, but then it's, you know, where the neighbours can see, and I don't really like doing that. Maybe I'm just a bit self-conscious. God, you know, talk about insecure. So I have to really think about where I'm going to do that. So those are the things that are going around in my head. Nothing really interesting, but I have done the stance. The camber's still wrong on one side. I need to sort that out. Obviously I need to do the geometry and stuff like that. I get that, take it to a professional place. So all the same things are still outstanding, but it sits so much better. I thought I'd get bump steer and things like that. I haven't really felt it because the roads are pretty rough. So I need to. I'm always thinking, can I hear this? Can I hear that? So there's all sorts of things that I'm always thinking that I need to sort out. But now that I've got the stance right and it's driving a little bit smoother, it makes me kind of happy. But I've not really done anything about the driving smoother. It's just started doing it. Could be that there was crap in the fuel system and it's kind of worked its way through. Maybe, I'm just guessing. So I need to. So I need to have a think about all these things. Someone in MX-5 is driving very close. So there's all these things that I need to think about and I'll need time to do. But when you think, well, they're not big things. They're not going to take hours and hours and hours to do. But when you've got to plan it around all the work that you've got to do, I can't start the car in the garage and let it sit there. I don't really want to do it on the driveway. And then you're suddenly stuck thinking, well, I can't just go and park somewhere random in a car park and do it, because what if I knock the timing out too much? What if I kill the battery? You know, I don't really want to call the AA. Holy shit, this guy was just, Jesus, motorcyclist came right into, I thought he was going to hit me head on. So all of these things that I'm going to think about, but there's a thing that I mentioned. I ran out of SD card space earlier, so I might be repeating myself. But I thought about registering on Patreon and thinking, well, if people go and register and then become Patreon members and support me that way, and I can start thinking about you know, buying better and doing more videos about the outside, doing stuff about the interior, what I'm going to do next, more stuff about taking more time and doing more stuff to do with the 996, collaborating with people more, just, you know, being a bit slicker, but still staying authentic. I don't want to do, I'm picking up my new 993, picking up my new 992 GT3 or my Lamborghini, or, you know, those kind of, there's loads of people out there doing that, and they're doing it in a better way, and that's not me. So I think people who might watch my videos, they're going to go, what are you doing? Because that's not what they kind of come here for, if that makes sense. So and also, if I was on Patreon and someone was supporting me in, like, making a monthly payment, for example, then I've got to make a commitment to those people and say I've got to deliver decent content and regular content. decent content would mean like better than it is now. So anyway, those are the things I'm thinking about. I'm waffling on, and my stress levels are high because my wife said, obviously I've got a shaved head. My wife said you've got a massive vein in your head, so I need to go and check my blood pressure and think, what am I doing? Also, I've got my vaccine, my first vaccine tomorrow. So you know, big news. So anyway, that's all I've got to say. And thank you for watching. Subscribe, hit like. I'm going to go for monetization, so I'm going to do that and just see what that brings. If it doesn't bring anything, that's fine. But hopefully I'll still be able to keep committing to these things. So at some point I'm going to turn monetization on and see what happens, and then keep feeding back what's happening. But I don't want to make videos about that, apart from just keeping people informed. So, you know, a lot of people waving at me on the bridge and not throwing bricks, which is lovely. That's just where I am at the moment, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to do more content where I'm doing something. I'm updating about progress. God, I've got such lockdown brain fog. I can't string a sentence together. So yeah, watch this space. I might, by the next time I do a video, I might be homeless and unemployed. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping I'm doing something different. By the way, when I say monetization, I really just mean that I want to get to a point where I'm providing enough content that's good enough that more people are watching and not saying, oh my god, I watched 30 seconds of that and it was rubbish. And I'm so far in, and I've just realized that I've gone about 3 miles past the place that I buy the milk from. So yeah, I need to keep an eye on the fuel as well. So yeah, but anyway, yeah, so I just want to be able to feed back on that kind of stuff, but that's not the crux of what I'm doing. And you can demonetize, because if the ads get in the way of what I'm doing, because it's never going to make me money, it's never going to be an income. But it'd be good if I could get something that would help me buy better kit. And if the worst turns to worst and I've quit my job and I need cash, I'll have to sell the cars. So yeah, just tune in to the next phase of what might or might not happen. I might come back in a week and say, actually, I've done none of those things and I'm not going to. I'm just going to keep making these videos whenever I can. But at the moment, there is a BMW up my bum. And he can overtake me because there's a car in front that I can't overtake because I'm on the wrong side of the road. I'm not the wrong side of the road, I'm on the wrong side of the car. So I can't do an overtake because I can't see. And kids waving, please don't throw your dog at me. And that's it. Thank you for watching. And hit subscribe, hit like, and I'll speak to you in about a week. Thanks.